Coming up on Mountain News this morning, UPS Airlines say it will ground a fleet of planes, potentially impacting deliveries through the peak holiday season. And after your Thanksgiving meal is done, you'll want to take some precautions with leftovers. We'll tell you more.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm McKinley Calandrino here with you on this Friday, November 28th. The time is now 5:33. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Megan Desmalt for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, we've been talking about how it's so cold this morning. What else can you tell us?
Well, not only is it cold, but the winds are picking up, which makes those feels-like temperatures even colder. So wear everything you can to make sure you're staying protected from those cold temperatures. Here's a look right now at what you can expect. 18-degree temperatures in Monticello, 25 in Hazard, 27 right now in Harlan and Jonesville. And unfortunately, we're not going to warm up by too much as we're heading into the afternoon, sticking with the mid to upper 30s as our forecast high temperatures. So it's going to be cold all day long. Just make sure you're prepared for that as you are starting off your Black Friday and Black Friday shopping. In terms of what we're seeing on satellite and radar, though, nice and calm. A little bit of clouds for our more northeastern counties, but throughout the day, we're going to see the clouds dissipate. Sunny skies taking over by the afternoon with high temperatures for the day around 3 p.m. You can expect sunrise this morning at 7:27. McKinley.
The Morehead Fire Department was able to get a large fire under control yesterday. Around 8:30 in the evening, Morehead 911 received calls about an apartment fire with heavy flames on Brothers Way. The duplex was occupied, but everyone was able to get out. Firefighters were able to get the fire under control and keep it from spreading to any nearby structures. Ronald Xantis, who was charged with the 2015 stabbing death of Logan Tipton, is back in prison. While he was found not guilty of the child's murder by reason of insanity, Xantis was convicted on 3 assault charges for stabbing other members of the family. Released in October on mandatory reentry supervision, Xantis failed to register as a felon within 48 hours. The Kentucky Parole Board revoked his supervision, citing a significant risk to prior victims or the community. Tennessee T-shirt business company owner is now making T-shirts to help the Tipton family with funding for Logan's Law. Representative James Neem says he plans to file Logan's Law this session. The law would send someone found guilty by reason of insanity to a mental health facility. Madison Carmouche talked to the small business owner about making a difference beyond state lines.
Addie Leach started her business, Addie's Tees, in July 2025 in Columbia, Tennessee. She said originally the goal was to make T-shirts for special occasions, but then she entered the world of fundraising through her craft.
I did one for someone here who's looking for a kidney. And I'm pleased to announce he found a kidney after a year and a half, so that's awesome.
Leach says since that first fundraiser, she has done 3 others, including her newest edition in Woodford County, Kentucky. She says while scrolling on TikTok, she saw Dean Tipton.
It's not right.
He was telling the story of his son Logan Tipton's 2015 stabbing death.
You could just see the pain in his eyes. And that's why I stayed. And I just kept watching.
She says when she realized they were working to get Logan's Law passed in the upcoming session, she knew she needed to do more. The family is looking to make sure when someone is found not guilty by way of insanity, they remain in custody for the entirety of their sentence, unlike the man in Logan's case, Ronald Xantis, who was released in October.
And I was like, I have to message him, and I have to at least see if they would be interested, like, if there's anything I can do, even if it's not T-shirts.
Leach says when she realized the family would be interested in the fundraiser, she stopped what she was doing and started working on the design. Now the shirts are available for sale with 50% of the proceeds going to the Tipton family to fund Logan's Law.
I felt like I needed a mental break, but you know what? That's more important. What they are doing and what they're fighting for is more important.
She says she will continue to use her business as a way to raise money and awareness for people in need. Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
If you're interested in purchasing one of the shirts, you can find the link inside this story on our website, WYMT.com. UPS Airlines says it will ground a fleet of planes, potentially impacting deliveries through the peak holiday season. The company has announced it is indefinitely grounded its McDonnell Douglas MD-11 fleet for inspections and repairs. This follows the deadly MD-11 crash on November 4th in Louisville that killed 14 people and injured at least 23. The crash happened when the plane's left engine detached during takeoff. You may see an increased presence of state police this week. That's because KSP is taking part in Operation CARE. It's a national traffic safety initiative led by the International Association of Chief of Police. Troopers will increase patrols statewide to deter impaired, distracted, and aggressive driving. KSP is reminding us about the 3 things. Plan ahead if you're drinking, wear your seatbelt, and report any unsafe drivers to authorities. AAA estimates about 82 million Americans are traveling at least 50 miles this holiday season. In Dallas, travelers were forced to leave their cars behind after getting stuck in massive backup. In the Midwest and Northeast, winter weather led to more than 6,000 flight delays and made driving difficult for many. But despite the travel troubles, one pilot found a way to surprise his grandfather, fulfilling a promise he made to one day pilot his grandpa's flight.
I'm really surprised by it, and I can't be more happy for him and for me too, you know.
And to finally give that dream back to them, to show them that, hey, it paid off, and, you know, thank you for believing in me, it means a lot to me.
And it wasn't just the grandfather of Capital Malik single. He was able to get his whole family together for the same flight. A group of churches in eastern Kentucky is making sure that everyone can enjoy the holiday, and that means everyone. The event is called One Church Thanksgiving. It started with a single congregation in Pikeville 9 years ago who saw a good deed that needed doing. Now their mission of providing a turkey dinner has expanded to hundreds of churches and volunteers all across the region. This year they prepared 12,000 meals.
Something like that I don't get to do very often. Like, it's a great opportunity to come out and support my community.
It's really fun to help people in need that need it more than I do. And I just feel like sometimes it's better to help other people than just caring about yourself.
The church group delivers to all kinds of people, from those experiencing homelessness to those nursing homes and even those in jail. Many were seen turkey trotting along Main Street in Hazard yesterday morning. I was able to speak to some Eastern Kentuckians about what Thanksgiving means to them. Runners lined up on Main Street in downtown Hazard Thursday morning for the 2025 Turkey Trot. Stretching, warming up those turkey legs, and cheering on loved ones is how some Eastern Kentuckians spent their Thanksgiving morning. While it's a tradition for some, to others, it is an experience to be thankful for.
And this is my first 5K. My doctor asked me to do this at some point, and I said, okay, this is it.
Folks of all ages and breeds, kicking off the holiday with a little bit of fun.
I got together with my kids a little earlier, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to sit at home. We're going to get out and be active, and Daisy wanted to do it, so we're here.
Whether this is their first race or their experienced turkey trotters, many have plans to celebrate over a Thanksgiving feast. I spoke to runners about what Thanksgiving means to them. What does Thanksgiving mean to you?
Oh, it means family. So it's a great holiday, great to celebrate. I've got dinner almost ready for when I get back home, having company over. So it's about family and friends.
If it's time spent gathering with family or challenging yourself to how much you can fit on your plate.
I like the dessert the best. I like pumpkin pie and the pumpkin wolves.
In the end, it's about the memories and those who help you to get to the finish line. The Trot was hosted by the Perry County Department of Outdoor Recreation. After your Thanksgiving meal is done, you'll want to put the food away as soon as possible. Make sure you use shallow, airtight containers. You'll want to avoid overfilling those containers or putting large pans directly into the fridge. This helps the food cool and reduces the growth of bacteria. However, if you follow all these tips, you still only have a certain amount of time to enjoy those leftovers.
A good rule of thumb is that leftovers are safe for 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator. So if you think you're going to go longer than that before you can finish foods off or before you eat them, your best bet is to throw them in the freezer to keep them safe.
The same can be said for the food stored in the freezer. While frozen leftovers can stay safe indefinitely, their flavor and texture may start to change after about 4 months. This year, around 5 volunteers helped cook and serve almost 50 families who have children who are receiving medical care in Louisville. The charity had a little bit of help from a Precision Home Inspections, which donated 3 turkeys and also other food contributions from clients. Ronald McDonald's House Chief Omar Romero tells us with all that families are already going through, he wants to make the day just a little easier for them.
Really, it's just great mission overall. At the end of the day, it's the most rewarding work that you could do. Just making sure that these families are getting what they need. At the end of the day, that's just going to bring a smile to anyone's face.
The Ronald McDonald House doesn't just need volunteers around the holiday season. They will take whoever wants to help all year round. Volume 1 of the much-anticipated 5th season of Stranger Things appears to have crashed Netflix. We'll have those details.
And are you heading to the Governor's Cup tomorrow? I'll have your forecast coming up.